Okay, are you feeling comfortable with that first position G and picking a little bit in that first position? Because if so, let's try this tune. This is called Shake That Thing. It's a tune that I learned from Mississippi John Hurd. It's one he never recorded on a studio record. He played it for me and I learned it from him, and I asked him where did he hear it, and it was from an old Papa Charlie Jackson record from the 1925. And Papa Charlie was not a guitar player, he was a six-string banjo player. But it's worthwhile to hear that. It's actually on Yazoo Records. It's a CD of Papa Charlie. You should check it out because it has him singing about 10 or 12 different verses of it. And as I say, I'm not a singer, but let me play it for you. It's a good tune. You'll see on this one, we're not even going to move out of that first position G chord. You know, in Oh Papa, we had this one little position here on our left hand that we went from here to here. But here in Shake That Thing, we're just going to be solidly on that G chord, and our pinky is going to be doing a little bit of movement. Here we go. I bought my gal diamond ring. Came back home, she was shaking that thing. Why don't you shake that thing? Why don't you shake that thing? Getting sick and tired of telling you to shake that thing. Let's pick it now. Shake that thing, all in that first position G chord. Now let's look at your tablature and let me run it down for you and you'll see how easy it is to play this. Again, we have to have that solid alternating bass, and we're going to be alternating generally between the sixth and the fourth string. That's usually the strings that you're going to play in alternation when you're playing a first position G chord. And we have the melody line. And do you hear how I'm really dampening those bass notes? In this tune, it's important if you can get that sound, try to get that position with your right hand, because it's going to allow the melody line just to sing out. So what do we have? We have our pinky, goes up to the third fret of the third string, and then it travels down to the third fret of the second. Let me play that nice and slowly. And then you're just going to repeat that. But now we have this position, a nice G7th position. So take a look at it. We have our index finger on the first fret of the first string, and you'll notice our pinky is rooted on the third fret of the second string. So from the top, play with me. Now when you have that type of position, let's check out my right hand. Here you really are going to be playing with your index and your middle. When you have those type of notes, check this out. And then it continues. Alert. Here we have something a little bit different. This is what I find fascinating with these tunes. You think it's all going to be very simple. It's just going to be boom, chick, boom, chick. But every once in a while, little things creep in that give added texture, some added spice to it. So in the G chord, remember how I said you're going to be just alternating between the sixth and the fourth string? Well, let's just do that. Isolate that, and now take your middle finger of the left hand, and let's bring it down to the second fret of the fourth string. See what a nice sound it is? back. We can also, with our alternating bass, what happens if we play 6, 4, 5, 4? We get a different feel. And in fact, in here, if we take it from the top, let's see how it's going to fit in. Bring it down, back up, 5th string, repeat that. Into that G7th now. Straight pinches. So not very difficult, it's just that one extra added movement that our brain has to incorporate of having the middle finger go down to the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and then with our right hand thumb to hit the 5th string bass. And that really adds a lot to the tune, a lot to the arrangement. Look at it one more time and let's try to play it real slow. Your pinky's doing that movement. Make sure you have that. Middle finger down, back home. Okay, what I would suggest now, stop your machine, just make sure you've absorbed everything that you've been shown. Then I'm going to split the screen for you and let's try to play it together. You'll be looking at the right and the left hand. Make sure you have all the fingerings correctly, and remember, we're looking for a sound. Are you playing the guitar? Are you putting some oompa into it? Commitment. I used to do workshops, and at one point I said to the students, I said, you have to play with balls. And of course I'm thinking that it's only going to be guys in the workshop, and a lady raised a hand and she said, well, perhaps you can use a different word. How about commitment? And I agree with her. You should have to play with commitment. You really want to be hitting those strings. We want to hear you play the guitar. We want to hear the sound of the strings. We want to hear the wood of the guitar. Okay, let's split the screen and let's make sure you're playing it.